All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash. Double honors my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, teach well, and you got don't touch on brothers, and peace blessed to all for elect, Lord willing, to be a part of that number. All right, now, I'm the vertical dolphin, Jimmy Best Chicago. Come back with another video. The video will be entitled, The Lord is Coming to Conquer. All right, and, we obviously know that the Lord, sent his prophets, his ambassadors, his representatives, to give the warning to his people, and give the heathens, let the heathens know their judgment, to come. All right. And if you read Jeremiah 16:16, it says, I will send for many fish and they shall fish them. Yahweh Shai told, was it Simon? Or was it, obviously, I think it was Peter and his brother, Simon Peter, whatever. He thought, I will make you fishers of men. All right? And then that's what the Lord is doing right now. The men of the Lord are fishers of men. Okay? But after that warning is out, man, after the warning goes out, for a certain amount of years, man, and then the Lord is going to shut the mouth of the prophets, man. And we see that famine of the word coming. All right? We see the MOTB is in place. We see World War III brewing up. All right? Then the return of our Lord, man. Okay, so we see these things coming to pass. Okay? And Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, is going to bring back righteous rulership on the earth. All right? I'm going to get that real quick. Sirach 10:4. It said the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. All right, the Lord controls who's the power, man. All these nations have had a piece of power, man. They've all been in power at some point in time, man. It says, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And who is that's profitable? Yahweh Shai, with the elect under him, man. All right. It says Proverbs 29:2, man. The people, when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right, and if you say people rejoice in this society, man, you a liar. All right, a stone cold liar, man. All right, we waiting on that righteous rulership, man. We had a prelude to that, with the 40 years of King Solomon. All right, now. All right, it's going to be eternal. It's going to be forever. Okay? We waiting on that one is profitable to be put in power again. It's happened very soon, which is Yahweh Shai. This is the last captivity, man. All right? But I'm going to start off with, this is Isaiah 42:13. Yahweh shall go as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have a long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. See that time of not peace. That time of the time for the heathens to the time for Esau to go down is happening, man. All right, so let me reword that. The time for Esau to be taken out of power is very soon. All right, and we see his downfall happening. Ever since 1969 started with our dividends, man, this place has been falling little by little. Hey, the Lord deals with gradualism, man. America has been falling systematically since then. Ain't nothing is the same anymore. And people are actually starting to notice this shit getting weaker and weaker. No matter what you talking about. It just got weaker, man. As far as the money, the gas, the entertainment, it don't fucking matter, man. The military, all this shit, man. This shit is over with, man. This is 2 Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof, and I behold, and lo, that man waxed strong with 1,000 of heaven. And we went into this yesterday, the Champagne Bro It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And whosoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. So let me turn this off. It says, that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a great multitude of men of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. All right, and who was the man that came out of the sea? Yahushua. All right, Genesis 1:6. You know the Shemayim. All right, Yahushua cracked them clouds, man. Okay. It says the multitude of men out of number. All right, when America get hit with the missile, man, all these kingdoms will have a royal rumble to see who's going to be in that power seat next. And Yahushua is going to come and put them all under subjection. Okay. It was a movie. I believe it was Independence Day. When they all stopped fighting each other to fight against the quote unquote UFOs, man. All right. Even Ronald Reagan said we'll all have to team up and to fight this this foreign threat or whatever. I'm just paraphrasing what he said, man. All right. Verse 6 says, "But I beheld, and lo, he hath grazed himself a great mountain and flew upon it." All right. That's talking about that giant chariot. It says, but some people call it a mothership. I like to call it a fathership. All right, it says, verse 7, "But I will have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not, just because it was so big, to the point you didn't know where, it started from or ended." Okay. And after that I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet there's fight. All right? And the Lord hardens the heart of these nations. All right? Did he not harden the heart of Pharaoh? Was not Pharaoh willing to let the Israelites go because of the terror that the Lord put on them? But what did it say? It said the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. The Lord had to do that so he could show his power. He had an aim after that, man. Hey, these heathens was terrified after what happened in Egypt, man. Okay? And guess what? These nations, you don't think these nations are going to be afraid when Yahushua cracked the clouds, man? Come with a great multitude. All right, the angels and the elect that First Thessalonians, the dead of Hamashiach shall arise first. All right? You don't think they're going to be afraid? It said the Lord, just like the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, he's going to harden their heart. Why? Because this deliverance is going to be greater than Egypt, man. All right, and the Lord likes a good battle, even though it's going to be one-sided, man. Okay, it says, verse 9, "And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand nor held sword or any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire. And out of his lips a flame of breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests." So Yahushua doesn't need to come down physically with a sword and slice you people up, man. Hey, he gonna be sending them concentrated fire out them chariots, man, to zap these people into powder. All right. It says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flame of breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight. All right, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. All right, this is the Lord giving Ezra that vision. All right, what's going to happen in the last days, man. Verse 12, I think I'm going to read down to 18. Yeah, that's fine. Verse 12, "Afterwards I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him, and other peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some was glad, and some were sorry. Some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. When then I was sick through great fear, I awaked and said," so it was a dream, a vision. "Thou hast showed thy servant wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream. For as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. It says, for they, uh, for they that were not left were in heaviness. Now I understand, the things that are laid up in Salakia. Now I understand, the things that are laid up in latter days, which shall happen to them and to those that are left behind. So that was the dream that the Lord gave Ezra, man. Give me a second. Let me take a sip of this water. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay. Just a little ad. Check if we still recording. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm Revelation. Yeah, 19. Really, this whole chapter, really this whole chapter, man. Revelation 19. Where should I start? I'm gonna start at 10. Fuck it. It's Revelation 19 to 10. You know what? I'm gonna start at. So I'm gonna start at 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, really I could start up, but for time's sake, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant. All right, so the Lord sent an angel to John, in the island of Patmos, man, to give him this vision of what's going to happen in the last days as well, for him to write it down. It says, see that thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant. So he seen the angel, and what's to bow down to him. But, the angel told him, I'm your fellow servant, and of thy brethren. Angels are our brothers, man. It said, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai, worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. And I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, which is Yahushai. All right, the horse represents power. It says, he that sat upon him was all faithful and true. Was it sat? Yep. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. All right, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself. All right, and those many crowns represented all the nations that he took down. The Lord, back to the title's lesson, man, the Lord is coming to conquer. All right, that's why I say he had many crowns upon his head, all the nations that he subdued, man. Verse 13, and he was washed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word Most High. And the armies, that's a metaphor, because Yahushua, Yahushua won't come and physically with a sword and slice these niggas up, man. It says he was clothed with vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called Word of Most High. All right, that's why it's a metaphor in Isaiah 63 when it says, paraphrase, when he's trampling their blood like a wine press. All right. Verse 14, and the armies which were in heaven follow him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. All right, the angels. All right, that multitude. And out of his mouth goeth forth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the wine press. All right, it just mentioned that. Of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power. All right, almighty Yahweh. All right, it said he shall rule them with a rod of iron. All right, he said, rule the nation with a rod of iron. That sounds like slavery to me. All right, these heathens will be our servants, man. All right, it says he treadeth the wine press. When you're making wine, man, you stomping the grapes, and and the blood of the grapes splashes all on you. That's symbolic of how much bloodshed is gonna be, man. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. All right. And those you got creatures, you got fowls in the air like vultures. You got crows, you got ravens. All right. That scavenge meat. very intelligent birds that scavenge and eat meat. So it's going to be so much bloodshed, it's going to be like a supper to them. Who's going to, as the scripture say, who's going to, scripture says, no man shall lament them, nor bury them. All right, it's going to be bodies, man. It says, verse 18, that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of the mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. All right, the nations going to fight against the Most High. All right, his son Yahushua, like it. Verse 20, and the beast was taken with him, and the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. All right, Esau deceived the nations. All right, Esau is going to deceive the nations to take the MOTB. All right, it says, of them that worship his image. All right, and those both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, ICBM nuclear warheads. It says, and the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh, man. All right. So Yahushua is coming in the spirit of conquering, man. All right. He's going to subdue the nations. All right. And the earth is going to be at peace, man. All right. The heathens will build our kingdom up after them 1,000 years of captivity, man. Esau will be exterminated. There's Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful, man. All right, and that's the elect. All right, and the Lamb is Yahushua. Okay, and Yahushua is going to overcome these nations. All right, so Lord, it was an edifying video. All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, teach well, being great example to young brothers. And with that, Shalom and a bottle ball.